Good morning, everyone. Valerie Ling here, clinical psychologist, coming to you live this morning on what seems to be World Emoji Day. So apparently, Facebook has given me the option to put a whole bunch of emojis on this Facebook Live. Well, why not? Hey, why not? So, good morning. Thanks for joining me. I'm just here. Good morning, Jen. Hey, so lovely to see you on my live, Jen. Love seeing what you're doing with all your posts as well. I'm actually standing here in my kitchen. I've had a whole morning already. My morning started very early today, and I'm actually having my mid-morning break. I'm someone who can't actually have breakfast when I first wake up, but I do make sure that when my body says, all right, it's time for a break, it's now 9 o'clock. Is it? Yes. I'm going to feed it. I got something I want to share today with you this morning. As I was reflecting this morning about a couple of things, I thought I would hop on and just talk about it. I want to ask you, have you ever had a time in your life where you really believed in someone, but they didn't quite have the legs yet to stand up for themselves? Jen, have you had that experience? Might be someone in your family, it might be a friend, but you could see the potential in them, and you could see other people sort of looking at them and putting them down, or other people doubting them or second guessing them, and it really stirred up something in you because you could see that this person actually had a lot of potential, and that if they could just believe in themselves, they would actually get there. Yeah, Jen? Jen says, absolutely. Yeah, me too. Me too. Very often, it's because the person that I'm watching go through that, I know they can't see it either. They can't see it. And they're just taking on the perspective of other people. Well, I was reflecting today on something in my world. Good morning, Demi. So lovely to see you join me. Thanks for hopping on. I was reflecting this morning about that feeling that I get, when you have to stand up for someone, be an advocate, defend that person. And when I was growing up, it was probably one of the attitudes that I had that maybe worried my parents a little bit, or maybe a lot. They used to tell me that it worried them that I would look for friends, or I had friends that I felt so strongly and so loyal to, that I would actually defend them. And sometimes get into trouble because of that. But anyways, and I was thinking, that's actually, that same feeling that I have is what I need to have for my vision, right? Sometimes I can get so distracted about thinking that I'm actually defending myself, like me, or that I'm doubting myself. But when I actually recast it and say that, no, actually, the person or the thing that I'm standing up for and the thing that I'm defending is actually a vision, right? And a vision that has been given to us, not because we are egomaniacs, because quite frankly, when you're actually trying to do something big and bold and brassy and different and new, it's really, really tiring and exhausting. I often say I'd much rather, Demi, you're going to laugh at this, but my go-to line is I'd say, I'd much rather just go and work in McDonald's. And that's not denigrating the job, but it would be so nice to just turn up somewhere where you just know what you're doing. It's routine. It's you know what to expect, and you know how to do it, and somebody else has employed you, and you can get the job done. But when you're actually in the grip of your vision, now this is where burnout can go one way, or fire on or flame on can go the other way, right? When you're in the grip of your passion and your vision and you're driven by it, you're also equally driven to defend it and stand up for it. And sometimes that can feel like that we're wearing the cost of it. And that is actually really true. And so this morning I actually woke up and I did a bit of a visual exercise for myself. And what I actually did was I actually extended visually my long range for what the eventual physical reality of the vision that I have for a world without burnout looks like. As far as I could see, right down the line, as far as I could see, I just visualized it, right? And I put in that scenario, I put in the building. Hey, morning, Sandra. I'm fit and healthy because of you. Sandra is a trainer that I have recently had the pleasure of meeting. And I went running yesterday, Sandra. You'd be so proud of me. I thought it's time. I've built the muscles. You've been helping me build all the core and everything. I should try running again. Anyways, so here I was. I have to admit, I was in a place that was a very private space in my house. You can only imagine where that could be first thing in the morning. And I did this visualization exercise and I just went as long range as I could visually just to see way down the path what that reality looked like, right? Exactly who would be there, what the physical reality was, and long range. And then I just pictured this clear path, this clear road from where I was standing to that ultimate reality. And thank you, Demi. Are you proud of my focus on physical health? Yes, since 2009. And I just saw this clear path. And you know what? I just went swipe, 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 swipe. That's the part in Minority Report I really like when Tom Cruise just goes swipe, 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 swipe. I wish we had that. Just went swipe. So all the distractions, all the murmurings, all the grumblings, all the doubts, all the distractions, not because I'm cold-hearted, but because I'm in the grip of a vision. I've got to get there. If I keep looking at my feet and I keep looking at the building blocks and the bricks and the demolition and the what's not yet, I'm actually going to lose sight and lose hold of my key person or issue that I'm advocating for in my vision, right? Which is to actually see a very treatable condition, burnout, be prevented and actually be treated. It's got to be done. And when I thought about that, I actually remembered that for me, that position of advocacy and having a clear path from here to there, I'm the only person that can own that. Some people will get it, some people will identify, some people will empathize, some people will not, but that's okay. Because at the end of the day, much like a friend who you believe in and much like someone whom they can't see the reality, but you can, you're actually there to make things happen, and it's what you see. That's where our values become very important. How we do it, how we communicate, how we repair the relationships along the way will be guided by our values and our principles, and that's really important to know what they are. But that should never make for us apologizing for the vision that we see. So hold fast, be in the grip of your vision. Burnout means that we continuously just look at the rubble at our feet and we self-doubt and we criticize ourselves, and then we just keep running on the spot like a little road runner that's not going anywhere. Flame on, which is what I think is the opposite of burnout, is actually about just visualizing as far as you can what that reality is, making that clear path and pushing away at the distractions and the doubts and the voices and being an advocate for your vision. All right, that's all I got for you this morning. Thanks for joining me. Bye.